dude, I just like I feel like I'm a good judge of character, and I know that like just looking at you at first, I'll be honest, that was my first week, and I was like, okay, I want to like feel this guy out first. Like it seems like he's being sincere, but you might be really good at what you do. Just bullshitting me. And so after like talking to you, I'm like, hey, this guy's like straight up, he's for real, you know. And so and I just I don't know, man. I just realized I was like, it's not. I just want you to. And I know that what really got to me was what outside I was listening, like just you just wanted to know, and I understand completely when people are like, look at the way he's acting. That's cool with me, because here's the thing, you're pretty much just trying to make your point. You're venting, and that's cool, you know. It's like, look, we're all fucking people here, you know, and we have to get it off our chest, you know. My point is that, like, not for 1 second, when I finally realized, and at that point on, not for 1 second did I think, I'm like, that you're not a man of integrity. Did I think that you might be playing the game? That's a completely different game, the whole story, whatever, you know. But you, I think you opened yourself up to a point, and I do believe that you showed a side of you that you know, beyond that core, like, tough guy thing, you were sincere, you know, and that's admirable. And I definitely think we connected. That's what, and that.
I wanted gas and I asked for yeast.
What happened was, it's the game, dude. Too, so. The game, we're like, you know, you're sitting there and you're like, what are we supposed to do at this point? It's not, how can I explain that? The point is, it's not the fact that you weren't trustworthy. It's not the fact that you didn't play with integrity. It's not the fact that you didn't want to go head-to-head, man-to-man. Those are not the reasons. And unfortunately, you were stuck in the crossfire.
Right.
You know, it's because Will and Boogie are trying to play a bullshit game.
I know.
And I know they're trying to, I know what they're trying to do. I know what they're trying to do. You know, and it has nothing to do with you. But they know you're...
I was their scapegoat.
Right. And they know you're a badass at this game. They're going to use you as the Black Knight, run this house, and they were going to use the manipulative tactics that they use on the back end. But the problem is, I called, look, you put anyone against Bill, he's going to do this whole rant. Hey, can I say something? I have to save the world outside this house, so you vote me out. What happens then? Then they
put out the other guy.
Put out the other guy. You and him step up, and all of a sudden the floaters hate us.
The what?
Then the floaters hate us. You know, because we took a deliberate attack at them. You know, what are we supposed to do? You know, I want to be the good guy here and like do the right thing. The right thing is not to send you home because you're here for a good reason. And I know, and after having that conversation outside,
you and I had a conversation once that, and this is true as far as you and I are concerned. I talked with you about the 4 horsemen,
right,
and what I did with the 4 horsemen, and 2 of the 4 horsemen survived the blows. You guys are strong right now as Season 6 Alliance. And what I kind of, when I was outside, like, yelling and venting, my point that I made across yeah, I am cool with you guys to a point, but on the closed-door meetings, I'm not, and it's you guys. I understand that. I totally respect that. Where I was wanting to come in later in the game, but yet still play my own game with integrity and not float and not whatever, was Season 6 at some point are going to take some hits.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If it's not next week, the next week, or whenever. A couple people from Season 6 will be leaving. A couple people will be staying.
Absolutely.
Just mathematically.
Right.
And that's when I was wanting to do my point and come in with the people that I believe in.
Right.
I believe in your gameplay. I believe in James's gameplay. He and I had a discussion, like man-to-man discussion.
Because it's transparent, you know, no bullshit.
He and I had a discussion just a couple of days ago, and I said, James, like, I didn't approach him before nominating me because I don't do if you notice, anytime you guys were having a conversation, like, we presented our case down here last night, which was their idea, but I got it with that. We let you guys go upstairs to talk about it. However, there's a floater on every wall when you guys go up there because they want you talk. They want to be part of it, throw in their positions, throw in people's names and stuff. I play that way.
Right.
Like, I respect you enough to allow you to have a conversation in private, even if it's regarding myself. Floaters don't respect that. I don't like them for that reason in itself. It's an integrity issue. 2, where I was initially going with this is, James and I talked yesterday or a couple of days ago, and we talked about how our battle wasn't this week. Like, I respect James too much to battle him this week, or if I win HOH next week. I didn't say this until after I was nominated, but I said thank you, and I respect your gameplay, and I respect that you respect me as a player. Wanted to put out George, which was not so much a player at the time, and I said, you're safe with me, and you've earned my respect in that regard, where I didn't put you up when I was HOH, you didn't put me up when you were HOH, and yet again, because the love and passion that you have for this game, our battle is like week 10, week 9, week 10, at a later time, after people that aren't really wanting to compete, wanting to battle, wanting to put themselves out there.
Once the dust settles and that's game on.
Right, and that's where I also mentioned that, like, if you and I and James or whatever were cast on Survivor against another tribe, we'd be doing everything to save each other, to survive, to whatever, to beat the other tribe. That's kind of how I naturally am, and it doesn't correlate to this game as well, so. No, but like I mentioned, it crushed my will to be here when James put I think, me of all people up.
Now, here's the thing. People put you on blast a second ago, or like, well, look how he's acting. Well, here, that's in line with someone who put themselves on the line. You were very sincere. You were very like, look, I'm putting myself up. I'm giving you my all. And yet you still did me this way. And understand it because
you've been there.
I've been there.
And James has been there.
Here's the situation. I'm going to be as honest as I can with this. The reason why we put up Chicken George, it was not a stupid flaky move. If you take out all the cop-outs for the voters, if they get something, they have to take a stance. They have to start playing the game.
Right.
That was the reason. We're not trying to. We wanted you guys in this house. That's why I'm fucking bald right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I want a fucking game.
Right.
But now here's a problem. George's seriously safe. That what do we do? Puts us in a very shitty situation. We don't want it to be this way. But it's like I've dyed myself blue and my head to save 3 people who are like blind on the other side. Why? Because I want a fucking game here. Now, it pisses me off. Marcellus and other people are just digging around.
No, absolutely. And my whole point was, as well as we join up. Like last night, my whole gig and when I bought off on this is like we all join up together, and they know it. The floaters know it, and they have to compete at the next HOH to try to win, or one of them is gone. They go bing, 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 keeping the true people that are willing to play here. I mean, backdooring is just. If I nominated you, Kaysar, and you just killed a veto and you won it, I gain more respect for you. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, it's just.
Because it's the competitive nature of the whole thing. I agree with your
competitors,
right.
Warriors.
Right. I was telling Danielle like 2 days ago. I was like, it's like fencing. If you drop